Are we singing the urban version or the traditional?
Let's
the urban version.
Well, I mean, we are Black Talk Sacramento.
So we might as well say the urban version. Okay, don't play around. So you lead it since you know more words than I know. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
All right. that was just a little like a
that was a snippet.
Yeah, that was a snippet.
But it came from the big heart though. Happy birthday,
all right,
Lawrence.
well, thank you very much. I am honored to have a birthday serenade by the two black folks, black men.
Well, why
I much rather it comes from from the women in the audience, but that's okay.
You know what?
I'm good. I'm not down. I'm not.
But if we change
I'm okay.
But if we change the word from serenade to just being sung to
as a song, you'd be all right.
Then it wouldn't be
such a problem.
As a what?
It wouldn't be such a problem or issue.
I'm not saying that it is an issue. But
it's okay.
All right, so
could you play some music?
Let's do the intro real good again.
Okay, hold on. Let me tighten up my bass here for a minute. Hold on a second. Dum 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 dum. Let's see what's happening. You got your instrument tight? Okay. Dum 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 bum bum bum. Dum 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 bum bum bum. Dum 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 bum bum bum. Dum 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 bum bum bum.
Black Talk Sacramento. Black Talk Sacramento. Black Talk Sacramento.
Black Talk Sacramento, y'all. You know that's the remix.
Yes, that's the remix. So, yes, I'm once again I'm Inside
and I'm Marichelle J. Brown,
and I'm Jerry God Simpson.
And this is Black Talk number 21. And where are we located? Underground Books, 2814 35th Street, right here in Sacramento. The phone number is 916-737-333 and
another 3.
And another 3. We got 3 3s in a row, so maybe you want to go out there and play some lottery.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, and put those 3
definitely
3s
come on
there.
down and pick you up a book. Say hello to Mother Rose.
That's right.
A quick pick.
333.
A greeting card.
A greeting card.
Yes,
a Bible cover.
Yeah, there's all types of different events.
Buy a book. Don't we have Father's Day coming up?
Father's Day's coming up, so you need to get something for the
You
dad.
need to come on down here and buy him because
get him some knowledge.
Yeah, so that he can communicate better with
on how to see. Wait. What y'all didn't say about Mother's Day? Come on here, be nice.
These are all the words you can use.
That's what I'm saying. We love you, Daddy.
All right. So if you want to do that, that'd be cool. Nice, or you just bring them in here. I'm pretty sure they have nice little. We have some book reader clubs here that comes here, and they so it's kind of cool. You can come and do that, and they have events all the time. You can go to undergroundbooks.com. I think there's a hyphen in there. Underground hyphen, right? Underground books hyphen something.
The website's under construction right now.
Oh, it's under construction.
Okay. So see you soon.
What you can do is you could go
to their
on
Facebook page,
right?
Yeah, Facebook.
But better yet, you could come here.
Or you could call. You could call 916-737.
Talk to Mother Rose.
333 and
another 3.
And another 3. Yeah. So come down here.
Well, we just
we got dolls back here.
So it's all different types of things that you can pick up while you're here.
That's
right.
We
just had the Sacramento Black Book Fair.
Yes.
And what happened?
Sacramento Black Book Fair, and it was popping.
It was jumping.
It was popping.
A lot of new stuff in town.
There was a lot of things going down. I mean, it was all over the place. We had music happening over there in the park. We had stuff happening over at the WCIC. We had stuff happening right here in Underground Books.
Over there.
And then we had stuff happening at the food. It was all over Oak Park.
It was all over.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
a lot of people show up.
So black folks actually
was
occupied Oak Park because, we're going through a change right now. So I'm pretty sure people was like, where all these black people come from with books?
And they can read. They got books. And they got books and they can read.
And then we had like a march. We had a little parade happening. And they was like, what the hell is going on?
We was taking over.
So some of the guests were like Jay King, right?
Jay King. Somebody else and somebody else.
Wood Brown.
Yes.
What did he say?
Et cetera.
Somebody everybody else.
Wait.
My wife.
What about Miss Fabio?
Yeah, my wife, Ayana Simone Fabio
Brown.
Brown. Right? Yeah,
Yes.
Dash Brown.
Hyphen Brown.
That's a lot of names. That's a lot of names for a lot of women. Okay.
So what happened? What's going on?
She pre-released her book.
And what's the name of this book?
Paint a Rock Day.
Paint a Rock Day.
Paint a Rock Day, and it did. She did
phenomenal.
Great. Yeah.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about what?
Well, the thing is she's the author, and Daphne Burgess is the illustrator who painted 34 or 36 paintings. So
paintings.
This book consists of paintings,
Not illustrations. Paintings.
So we're going to have them on the show pretty soon.
Coming soon
because they're getting ready to do the big launch. Paint a Rock Day. So we're going to have a Paint a Rock Day.
So is it going to be an exhibit and a book signing, or
exhibit and a book signing?
Awesome. I like that.
And bring a rock.
So it's almost like Super Friends, right? You guys came together and bump rings, right, in shape of a book.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
In shape of a painting.
Well, no, the great thing is
it was very cool. I like that.
It's wonderful to see people get together and collaborate, because there's sometimes you can't do things by yourself. So you find a person that works with you. You go around and you ask the person, I got a puzzle piece, and you figure out who has a piece that matches yours. So they came together and they got a really good deal out of it. A very good project.
Beautiful project.
Okay.
And if you look close inside the book, you'll see people such as yourself.
Oh, yeah, such as Inside. He's in the book.
I know, and I have a yellow scarf.
And Jerry Goff Simpson.
Yes.
And Frankie's in there.
Frankie's in the book.
All right.
So we all in the house, right?
Yeah. Is Jesus in there? Is
Jesus in there too.
But he has dreads.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's Ja. Okay, Ja's in the book. Ja. Okay.
Ja rules, Ja
So,
rules.
okay. All right. Yeah, it's a Rastafarian Jesus in the book.
Hey.
So, yeah.
man.
He said, okay. All right. So our first guest is
Frankie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Framed by Frankie.
All
Don't
right.
you make a mistake and say,
So come on down.
the other way around.
Frankie Edwards-Lee. Or Frankie Lee Edwards.
That's right.
I said it
Edwards-Lee.
Right.
That's right.
Okay.
Come on in. Welcome, Miss Frankie.
Hey, welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me on your show.
You're welcome.
Black Talk
You know.
Sacramento.
Well, we had to
I'm
make
so
this happen.
honored to be here today.
Whoa, right on.
I'm so glad that I was on the list. I talked to Marishaw and he said, "Yeah, Frankie, we had you on the list."
Yeah,
I'm like,
the list is like
on the
The list is like forever.
And we said, we had to go through everybody. We had to say, we got to bring Frankie in. When are we going to bring Frankie in?
Man,
so you can
I appreciate
explain
that.
exactly what it is that you do. To talk about Framed by Frankie, right?
Framed by Frankie.
Framed with ED, FRAMED.
Not frames by Frankie.
Yeah,
Framed.
Are not Frankie's frame.
That's what I'm saying. Framed by Frankie. Okay. We got that straight?
And let me tell you how I got the name Framed by Frankie.
Talk to
you
us.
You guys know this person. His name is Charles Blackwell.
Charles Blackwell.
Oh, that's my,
yes.
that's my
Charles
dude.
Blackwell.
Yeah.
Artist.
Curtis Blackwell.
Yeah, so I met Charles. Well, I knew him years ago, back in 1992. I attended this event at the Fontaine's house, David Fontaine.
David,
and,
yeah, I know
Sandra
David,
Fontaine.
yeah.
And
Shout
they would
out to
have
David and the Fontaines.
Yes, and they would have an annual event, Martin Luther King.
Okay.
Right.
So I was invited, and I saw Charles there. And so we started talking about what I was doing. I told him that I became a framer because when I first met him, I was into the arts only. But then later I learned how to frame. And so he started talking about names on what I should name my framing business.
Oh, okay.
And so he came up with all these different names, and then he said, "I know, Framed by Frankie." And that name stuck
And
with
it
me
stuck with you.
for
And it
years.
stuck.
For years. And I didn't use the name, but it always stayed with me because
Kept coming back.
originally my business was Life Expressions, and that was with art and greeting cards.
Okay.
But when I
They don't have the same.
no,
frame.
Life Expressions was more to me for artists.
Okay,
when you
right,
look at their art, it's just their expressions and life expressions.
Sure.
And but later on, I became a framer, and I was still using the name Life Expressions, except he came up with the name Framed by Frankie. So I had to say a shout out to Mr. Charles Blackwell. He said,
right. Oh,
when
he'll
I
love
start
that.
making money, that I need to start.
Yeah, intellectual
Don't
property.
tell her. She's not making money yet, so you can't come and collect nothing.
I'm still working
Stay
on it,
away.
girl.
She's still working on it, bro. She's still working. So wait a minute. What made you take the direction to go and do frames? I mean, framing. I myself personally, I'm afraid of a ruler. Okay,
Okay.
rulers are crazy to me. I I think in color and swirls and things, that ruler is crazy. So what made you go into framing people's stuff?
Well, because I started with art.
Okay.
And I started with my brother's art.
Okay. Your brother's Lumumba?
Lumumba.
Yes.
Yes. And so when I originally started with this work, I didn't know anything about framing at all.
Okay.
And so I would take his art and I would put it on, and at that time too, it was digital art. Well, not digital art. It wasn't even digital art at the time. It was like screen print.
Yeah.
And so it was too expensive for me to do anything. That was back in 1992. So I decided just to take his work and get images of them and mount them on stock. Mm-hmm. So that's how I originally started. But later on, and then I would have art exhibits with his artwork. But, you need to have it in order for it to look nice. You want it to be framed. So really, one day I was thinking to myself, if I could just learn how to frame. And back in 1999, I met this guy by the name of Alan Ellis, who was a framer and framed out of his home. Okay. And so Akila, she was having an art exhibit, and she wanted to exhibit my brother's art, but she said, Frankie, it has to be professionally framed. So I'm like, where in the hell am I going to go?
You can say hell.
Frame
go
his work because it would be too expensive to go to places like Aaron Brothers to Michael's. So I knew this lady, Sheila, who had a store, and she knew of Alan Ellis, and she introduced me to Alan Ellis, and I contacted him. He invited me to his house, and he had his frame shop, a full frame shop in his garage. Okay. And so he framed a couple of pieces of my brother's artwork, and then he asked me if I would be interested in learning how to frame.
See, now that's a blessing.
And that was truly
a blessing because, today folks ain't willing to tell you how they do what they do.
No, they don't.
And so for him to invite you into his world and say, come on, let me teach you something, that's a blessing.
Yeah, it's truly a blessing. And I think God heard my prayer because
Is he still around him? Is he still here?
He moved to Mississippi.
Okay, see, now, that's good. He left her with his trade.
And he left me with his trade, and he also referred me to a couple of his customers.
You got it.
And really, that was hard because I was new at it. He had been into trade for a long time, and people, they kind of trusted me, even though they were scared of my framing because I was like, just
who is this?
Wet behind the ears and knowing how to frame. So one person, she's still today, she might come to me now, but in the beginning, she was like, no, I'm used to Ella's work. It was like going to a beauty shop,
Sure, you ain't let everybody touch your hair.
Doing your hair, and
That's
then all of a sudden they refer you to someone else if they don't know anything.
You don't line me up the same.
So I lost her, but I think she'll come back now.
She'll come back now that you've been here. How many years you been doing it?
16 years now.
16 years?
Since I've been framing.
Well, work it out, Frankie.
Yeah, and my first customer was, her name is Yvonne Miller. You guys may know of the Millerisms.
Oh, yeah, familiar. Yeah.
Darnell and the Miller brothers.
Yeah.
Their mother. She was my first customer.
Okay, very cool.
So she took a chance with me. And
that's cool.
And then I had a couple of friends, once I learned how to frame, they was bringing in prints, all kind of stuff, just throwing it. Here, Frankie, frame this for me. And, So
they gave you a chance to rehearse and get your thing on.
Yeah, right. So they got some of them for free.
So how important is it to that you need paintings and photographs need to be framed correctly, though? Because isn't it something about the glass that's being used also?
Yeah, because the glass is what protects the art.
Right.
And matting is what also protects the art. When framing first came out, it was not many colors, it was basically used for protecting the art. But now there's lots
it's home
of
design now. It's home fashion.
So now it's not only protect the art, but it also, gives it some
decorative,
nice decorative look to the artwork.
Yeah. Because, because you need when I got off into it, when I started doing it, we started having art exhibitions over at the barbershop. They was like, well, make sure you get acid free. And I'm going, what's going on with all? Yeah. But can you explain some of those different tactics and different ways that you use in the framing business?
Yeah, so acid free, it's a material that's acid free. It's because you have mats that's just regular mat that has wood in it, and they call it lignin, and in that mat it has acid in it. So if you put that mat next to a photo or an art piece that's on paper, it can deteriorate the paper. Right. So what you want to do is, if you want something that's valuable, like a photo or a original art piece or a limited edition that you want to hold on to, you want to use acid-free type of material. So you have acid-free mats. glass, you have conservation, which is UV protection. So there's different.
Then you
There's
have
a
glare
way,
and
a certain
non-glare.
way. Yeah, glare and non-glare.
Non-glare costs more than glare.
Yes, it does. Non-glare is like if you can hang your artwork and you don't get
no
glare
reflection
on it.
back
If you
on
even
it.
take a picture of it, you don't get that
You don't
flash.
get the glare. Okay.
You know, only difference with the non-glare is that it's not as clear as regular clear
No,
glass. And then
it's almost blurry almost if you look at it really close.
yeah, it has like a
it's got
faint
a
look to it, not clear at all. But now they have, and it's been out for a long time, it's called museum glass. And
Museum
museum
glass.
is very clear and it also non-glare, but it has a clarity look to it. But that's your most expensive
It's expensive.
glass. So if anyone wants that, they definitely
Framing, but people don't recognize framing is a very expensive part of the art thing.
Yeah,
It's expensive. It's an art within itself.
And people,
Okay.
they got to understand how much work it is.
That goes
takes
into
to go
framing.
into
Sure.
framing, and a lot of times I get people and I quote them a price, and they look at me like I'm crazy. And I know that my prices are so much better compared to Aaron Brothers, Michaels, places like that. But still,
Well, you know, I got to
come to
ask
me.
you because I'm the devil. Okay, you got a coupon too? I'm
You know
only
what?
kidding.
No, I don't, but that's a good idea. I need to.
You got to get you a Frankie coupon.
Okay, so say if you're working on
Coupons by
a
Frankie.
frame for, say, about 11 by 14 piece, how long will it take you to do the mat and putting the frame and everything together?
I would say it take about maybe a good hour. If I get my molding like at length, then I would cut it down on my saw. First, you take the artwork, you measure it and mount it, and determine like what size mat you're going to use, what kind of opening you're going to make with that mat. So you're cutting the mat.
How many color mats you're using too? Because people use triple mats and
Yeah, you
different
can
things.
use, and that varies, So it may take longer if it's a single mat or a double mat or a triple mat or a certain type of design that people might want.
Right.
So it varies, but I would say a good hour.
Okay.
So do you cut your molding yourself and
Yeah, I
stuff?
cut my own
All
molding.
right.
And sometimes if I get too busy or it's too much, then I let my supplier cut it, and then I'll just take that molding and cut the mat and mount the artwork and do that.
So
She's
you got to know your numbers then, right? Because
Yeah, you have
it's
to. And
all
I
about,
hated numbers, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Even when the guy who taught me framing, I'm like, I just have a problem in calculating these numbers. So there's a certain way that you even have to calculate. There's a name called UI, United Inches.
Yeah.
That's a framing
A framing term.
Standard.
definition
It's a
for-
standard.
uh-huh,
A standard measurement
for calculating the numbers of your mat.
Now,
So-
now how
go
can
ahead.
That's that
No,
moment.
I was saying, we always have young people talking about what can I do and what is there to do. So this is a person who works in the art world, but she's not necessarily doing the art, but she's doing the art because she's the one that puts the finish on it. She puts the frame there. She's the one that helps make this piece pop. So when you say you want to be an artist, today you have to start investigating the different areas of what art has to hope in, because everybody's not painting. Everybody's not taking the pictures.
Well, there's many support mechanisms to the art world.
Yeah, so we're happy to have you here so that you can tell another side of it.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm also giving classes to photographers and visual
very
artists
cool.
on learning how to cut your own mat.
Now, how can people get in contact with you to find out about your classes and also to have their artwork or their photography framed?
They can contact me at www.framedbyfrankie.com, and I'm also on Facebook, Framed by Frankie. And my phone number is area code 916-613-2940.
Okay, so that's Framed by Frankie. So that's FRAMED
Yes.
by BY
Frankie, FRANKIE.com.
Got it. Y'all got it.
And that's www.
Yeah, www.
Yes.
That's
Framed
World
by.
Wide Web.
That's what I'm saying. That means that you could be in Nantucket and get in touch with Frankie.
Exactly.
You know what they say about
You never Nantucket. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't you say it. So, I am very proud of you because I've seen you do your thing for a long time. You've been in a building that has come and gone and gone and come and gone and come, and you're still there. Mm-hmm. And so, people have to recognize that when you see somebody that's in the arts kicking butt more than 5 years down the road, they have done something, because it's not easy to be an artist anywhere in the world, but it's twice as hard to be one here in Sacramento.
Exactly.
So you have to be on your toes. So my hat's off to you, sister.
Thank you. And I
So-
started
Same here.
in my garage, actually,
Okay.
when I started my framing business. So I was in the garage for probably maybe about 3 or 4 years. And my husband, he was tired of me being in the garage, taking up all the space in the garage. He couldn't get his Mercedes in the garage, so he had to boot me out of the garage. So,
But now you have your own address,
now
which
I have my
is
own address. And it was
what's the address?
What's your address?
I'm located at 1001 Del Paso Boulevard, Sacramento, California, zip code 95815.
And in that building, when you go to visit Frankie, there's other artists inside, so it's a field trip when you get there.
Yeah, there's about, I would say, I think there's about 14 studios that's in that building. And
Okay.
Maybe 4 of them where there's artists that reside in that building. We have visual artists. We have people like Kevin Holland is in that building, the Hockaday collections. These are 3 generations of visual artists. We have some ceramic artists, Hands and Muds. We have a couple of photographers that are in the building. So, we have a nice
So do you have events in this building?
And we have events.
Okay, well, can we talk about the event that you host?
Oh, right now I am hosting the Diva Market.
The Diva Market.
Yes,
All
the
right.
Diva Market. And the Diva Market started, our kickoff, our grand opening was April the 16th. This with Daphne Burgess and myself. We're the founders of the Diva Market. We started back in 2012, we had a Diva Day
Okay.
that we used to have.
I remember that. I was there.
We were trying to do an annual Diva Day. Yeah, you did our last Diva Day.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work, trying to get sponsors,
Sure.
vendor. It was just a lot of work, but it turned out really nice. And but from that 2013 last Diva Day, it was so much work, and then sometimes people kind of bump heads when you try to collaborate as far as putting something together, and that became somewhat of a problem. So I had to kind of step back from the Diva Day and just kind of like regroup. and,
Remix.
yeah, and that was like 3 years, like a
Sure.
3 years. And so Daphne, and I was always thinking about wanting to do something in our community. I think that's just my passion, is wanting to do something. Lawrence, because we talk about and then I'm in this building, and unless we're doing something in that building, people really don't come to the building.
Yes.
You know, so I said to Daphne, we still need to do something, in this building. And I said, why don't we just start a Diva Market? And she said, okay, Frankie, she's always open to want to do things, even though her plate is full. I know
she's a busy
doing
lady.
stuff
Yeah.
all the time. But she said,
Shout out to
okay.
Daphne.
Yeah, shout out to you,
Burgess.
Daphne.
Daphne Burgess.
We love you, Daphne. So anyway, she was open to work on the Diva Market. So
Okay.
we came up with our Diva face. We had a Diva face from the Diva Day, but I thought I'd change the face of a diva. And so I talked with Davian Jones, who's a photographer and also a graphic designer, and I was telling him that I wanted a new diva face. And so I kind of described to him what I wanted. And so this is the diva face. I don't know if anybody could see this.
We could see it.
But anyway, this
Show it to the camera. That camera can see it.
It's okay.
Give us, go on, give us a
ahead,
show.
go ahead, girl.
Work it out. Boom, 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 boom. See, we come with our own music, y'all.
So what are the dates? What are the
So our
dates?
dates we decided to go with every third Saturday.
Third Saturday of the month.
Every third Saturday of the month.
And
So-
where is this at? Where is this located?
And it's located at 1001 Del Paso Boulevard. It's from 11 to 6, and it's for women that's in business, primarily my black women. So this.
But let me
is the
ask you,
way-
this is for divas. Can a Divo walk through the door?
A Divo.
A Divo.
A Divo.
A Divo is that?
Divo?
Is that
That's a man. That's a man Divo.
Is that like
Divo, man.
is that like a metrosexual? Is that what we're talking about?
You got a diva, but can a Divo walk in?
we want
Wait a minute, I know a lot of diva men though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do too.
yeah, they be like
but a Divo,
super
Divo
divas.
is welcome, and I'm sure the women, the divas, would love to have
A few Divos in the house. I get it.
We need that. Women probably get tired of looking at one another all the time, so we need some of y'all divos to come out.
That's right.
Check us out.
To even things out a little bit.
Right.
I hear you.
Right. And we may have divos to come in with the divas, but if you have like some women kind of products.
Sure.
Okay. So is it coming up this Saturday?
Yeah, the next
It is?
Diva Market is June the 18th. This is our
Okay,
third
so
This is
will
the
be
third one.
Diva
Okay,
Market.
I wasn't
yes.
for sure. Okay, great.
Right on. It's growing.
So everybody,
Yeah,
make sure that you make it out to 1001 Del Paso Boulevard this Saturday. From what time?
Saturday.
From 11 to 6.
from 11 to 6.
June
Check out
18th.
the Divo
June 18th.
Market, June 18th. And
Day before Father's Day.
Day before Father's
Right.
Day.
So we'll have Father's Day cards. We're going to have some products there for men.
For men, yeah.
Even if you want to even bring out the Divos or your significant other.
Or
to
you
bring
could buy
them out.
something there and wear it later for them.
Exactly.
Well, you know,
Matter of fact,
You know,
Listen to
so
Lawrence. He
he'd
got
be
a
like-
smile. Can y'all see his face? He got a smile.
Yeah.
He got a smile that's
That
so
just reminded
big.
me too
You can buy
because
something fancy.
we
You
have.
can find
I bought this at the Diva Mart. Do you think I'm a diva?
You just reminded me because I just received a call from a vendor who has lingerie that she.
Okay, see, now that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. That's the best Father
And
Day.
what's that song?
It's
Slipping
definitely
into
tell
darkness.
Divos to come
I
out.
was.
That's right.
Slipping into darkness, y'all. The darkness. You know.
And we have a massage
Time of your
therapist.
life.
Oh,
out
Lawrence, you
there.
hear what she said?
What?
We have a massage therapist who's
Okay.
there.
Oh, yeah, you gotta
if
get loose
men
before
wanna
Father's
come
Day.
out and get your massage. Come on out.
No, go ahead, get your massage, girl. Go out there, get your massage, get
And get
loose,
relaxed.
get relaxed, because you know what I'm saying. Get your hair done.
what you say? Get ready and come on back
That's
home.
right. That's right. Come on back.
Come on back here because
and pick up that
I got you.
lingerie.
I got you.
Pick up that
Me and you.
lingerie and
That's right. Yeah.
And some wine, right?
Get relaxed.
yeah, and we also
Get
have
that
wine.
oil.
Get
Get
Talk
that-
about the
get
wine.
that
wine
natural soap.
tasting.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
that
yeah.
natural
Some
soap.
natural
Oh, that
soap,
slippery old
lingerie,
wet.
and some wine. And then he said it was slippery while it's wet. Boy,
That's right. That's right. And slip right on in bed. Come on, slip right on in.
listen.
Oh wow, y'all bad.
Well, hey.
Y'all divos. I
No. I'm a appreciation. I'm a diva appreciator.
It's crazy, man.
I'm not no divo.
Thank you.
I'm a appreciator.
okay, appreciate.
Yes. I
He's
appreciate.
appreciator
I appreciate
of the
everything that
diva.
you're doing.
Notice how he put the bass in his voice. He's
I'm a decent. I'm an appreciator.
Yeah, because divos are they competing with you with the mirror. I'm not competing with the mirror.
Hey, but the
Go in
mirror
there
got to
and do
be
your
there,
thing.
though. As long as you
not
got
getting
some
no
good
manicures or
feet.
nothing.
Is your toes messed up? You got some good toes?
Yeah, because
Wait, you should see how they looking at
we
me.
know about inside.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, they heard about you.
Wait a minute. I like
Otherwise,
a nice foot and a nice pump. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you take pictures.
So
of
we
it.
got shea
I do.
butter.
I do.
We even have shea butter out
Oh,
there. We
yeah.
got
That's right.
oils and
Yeah,
everything.
that'd be awesome.
They got toe jam remover.
Yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. Just give me the shea butter.
And a little pick. Some shea butter and a pick.
Yeah, it's on the
So
cracker.
that you can remove that butter.
He said it's on the cracker, baby.
And you know what? We even have a lady who sells shoes, so you can even go out there.
Oh,
and pick
see
up
there?
her shoes.
All right. that'd
You wanna be a
nice.
shoe
no,
salesman.
She can Snapchat it to me. Like, do you like these? You know,
Which one do you like?
Which one do you like?
Just pick it out.
Yeah.
Just pick it out. Or just
Yeah,
just
it's
come
be
on
like-
by
Is
and
that why I always
A
see
la
you
carte.
looking
A
down?
la carte. Be like, yeah, the whole menu.
See, it's
So
not
what's the
right.
number that they can get in contact with you?
They can contact me at area code 916
916
613
613
2940.
2940.
Is
And
there an
women
echo in the house?
women vendors, you can always contact me.
Oh yeah. So are you still looking for vendors?
And we're always looking for
Okay.
vendors because
But come correct, though. We want professional folks up in the house.
exactly.
Come with your game tight. Don't come to rehearse. Come and do your thing
Yeah, we want
at the Diva Market.
Yes, we want.
We're
good
not playing no
presentation.
And how are you revealing how much the booth prices
Oh,
are?
and the
or-
booth prices are $25.
$25. That's a good
Not
price.
bad.
That's a real good price.
So yeah, you can get a booth, come on out and serve the Diva community.
Yes, exactly. That's what we're trying to do. And I just want to give a shout out to the Sacramento Observer, who's been very supportive.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Me
Yeah.
and
That's
putting
our
me in
folks.
their paper. The KDEE, Jay King, he's been very supportive.
Right.
with
97.5.
had me on the radio.
Yeah.
talking
We
about
heard
the
you,
Diva
Frankie.
market.
95.
Yeah.
We was like,
97.5. Frankie. Frames by Frankie. Framed by Frankie.
Framed.
Yeah, so he's
Listen, my
very-
lips were slipping just
Framed by
now.
Frankie. Yeah, that's right. Framed by
I
Frankie.
tightened up my lips. Hold on for a minute. Framed by Frankie. Did you hear me
Yes,
say the D?
yes.
Framed
You got it.
by
You
Frankie.
got it.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, I just wanna
Punctuation
say
is
thank
important.
you.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Frankie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
awesome.
And thank you guys for having me on the show. And I
No
just want to
problem.
say I'm proud of you guys too for everything you guys done.
Oh,
You guys
thank
done a
you.
great job. I remember
you. Thank
I remember your first Black Talk Sacramento. and you guys are still doing it. I just say hats off to you.
Well,
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for,
For
Frankie
Frankie
Lee.
Lee. Put that other name.
By Frankie.
That's
Put the D on it. Put the D on it.
Put the D on it, huh?
Framed by Frankie.
Yes. Like
you
you
for
murdered
coming.
somebody. Framed by Frankie.
Thank you.
That's right. So what else is happening, y'all?
All right. Who's next on the list here? We have some artists that's in the community, and they have been working on some projects here in the Oak Park area.
Yes.
And we have two from this artist collective. They don't have a name yet, but we have two artists. So we have Saul. We have Saul McCoy.
Saul
And
McCoy.
we have Isaiah.
Yeah.
Isaiah
Williams.
All right.
What's happening?
How y'all doing?
Blessed to be here. Appreciate y'all having us on the show. It's the first time here. I'm new to Sacramento, so this is a real blessing to be connected with, like, the arts community and the people that look like me that are actually doing something.
Right on. Yeah. So you say
Where you
you're
come
new to
from?
Sacramento? Yeah, where you come from?
I come from Southern California. I'm
What
from
part?
An area called Pomona.
Pomona. I used to live there.
Oh, really?
I went up on top of the hill.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know what the dam is? The dam with no water down at the bottom of the
Yeah,
hill.
that's what we're talking about.
I live right there.
Wait, you said that?
I did, you know what I'm talking
He's
about?
a
Up the
dam with no
hill.
water.
We'll talk about the dam with no water.
We will, yeah. No, but yeah, my
Pacoima.
Pacoima.
You know Pacoima?
I don't.
Okay, we'll talk.
Yeah, that might be a different
San
name.
Fernando
It's all
Valley.
good. It's all
Yeah,
good.
but no, I mean, I came up here about 3 years ago from there. I have people, my family's all over that area, but I
Okay.
went to school in Pomona early. Came up here about 3 years ago. I've been painting a couple years, and just recently, like, it must have been a divine intervention for me to even come here, but this the way that things happen and the energy flow. I've been running into the right people. And through Isaiah Williams, who started a project at Broadway Coffee down the street with it's a women's empowerment group from Kennedy High School, I believe.
Okay.
What's the young lady's name? Malia?
Yeah, Malia Campbell.
Malia as well was involved with the project, but they started a project with some high school students painting on the side of Broadway Coffee. The owner allowed the project. He enjoyed the work, and then I say through divine intervention, through
Is it up there now? Is it finished? Okay.
yeah, that part is, and then through that it bridged to us connecting with Bammer, Brandon Alexander, an artist named Goop, to where we all kind of got involved in this wall. So we started painting a truck across the street from Broadway Coffee, which is actually across the street right here from Underground Books, to kind of get to know each other's styles before we got on the wall. Then we got on the wall together.
So how'd you get to do the truck?
How did we get to, it was through Bammer. Bammer had connections with the brother in the area because he's from here. Bammer's from Sacramento. Shout out to Bammer. Yeah, he's from Sac. He's Sacramento.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, he's all over.
He's been around. He's all over
He's
the
been doing
place.
his thing. He's
Yeah.
been painting. So
He has a couple of paintings down on K Street too.
yeah, he's had a couple. He's got paintings all around the city. And murals around the city.
He's up, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a blessing to be in that environment. So he bridged the gap, and he said, "Well, hey, I'm not going to be selfish. I'm going to let some other people get up here." And it just happened. We all kind of met around the same time. Good energy. Before I really believe like the spring and the feminine energy really like coming back, and us being artists, we connected with that. So all the fear went away, and it was like a lot of love. So we just painted together, and it led to another project, and it's been
Okay, Isaiah, where are you from?
I'm from Sacramento.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
What part of Sacramento?
From Elk Grove all the way to Oak Park.
Okay.
So all over Sacramento.
All over Sacramento. Yeah.
All right.
He lived all over.
So what kind of art style do you do? What's your art style?
Man, a lot. I really like traditional animation and just like cartoons. A little bit of realism, but I kind of shy away from it just because, like, I feel like my mind needs to go in other places. I like, people are already here. I don't need to draw y'all. Y'all can. I take a picture of y'all.
Yeah.
So, I need to get everything in my head out.
Right. Okay, so and how did you feel about the collaboration that you guys are doing?
Oh, it was great. And the time I was out there, after I got the project from my friend, and I was out there and I'd seen the canvas and the energy from the kids, and I didn't know if it was gonna carry on through. And I met Saul first and foremost out while I was working, and I was like, hey, look, we might as well just, I got too excited about the colors, and he was like, I got some extra cans, and I was like, well, look, we can get up on this now. And he was like, nah, wait. He said, let's make sure that this is going to go, the way we think it's going to go. And it did. Yeah.
So as myself being an artist, I run into different artists? What is it like working together? Was there this competition thing?
It was weird.
It was weird.
Was it weird?
Because we're all used to painting kind of on our own in different areas. I'm sorry, just but it was like we didn't know each other, and then you kind of have your artist persona, your real you. Then you got the artist. Sometimes I have a public artist, and I have the real me that's just kind of bored at home painting or like whatever I'm doing, and it's just long and laborious. And then when you get out, I present this character sometimes because it's like if I'm dull about my artwork, then it's gonna give a dull feel, and then people are going to feel dull about it. So I have to kind of be over the top. You check your ego when you paint with someone else, and that's what the truck was about. We kind of got the flow, the colors, the shape, what people's style were, and it was a real it was just love. It was fun. It was a hug, daps, and
I like the fact that you said park your ego. You park your ego at the curb.
Yeah, for real.
So you're trying to figure out where you guys fit.
Yeah.
Well, honestly,
together.
Yeah,
it's
honestly,
kind of like a choir. Figure out who's the bass, who's
gonna be the tenor,
who's the soprano.
Yeah. Artists, you're like your vibration as who you are. Everyone's an artist. It's just sometimes the visual art affects people so much because it creates something that people can't see, and then when you make something that people can't see into something that they can,
They always ask you, where'd that come from? Where'd you get that at?
Yeah, and it's like a blessing to manifest here from the creator. You come like almost as a tool, like
Sure.
I'm the perfect.
You become the vessel.
Yeah.
And it comes through you.
Yeah, and that's really
so where is this new mural at on Broadway? Where's Broadway Coffee at?
It's on the corner of Broadway and 32nd.
Okay, Broadway and 32nd.
Close to Alhambra. I don't know the specific address. We've
Okay.
forever.
So it's
just
up the street.
3200 Broadway. Yeah.
right.
3200
You Google it, right?
It's down the street from where we at.
Google it. All right, so and so what's the overall theme of Broadway Coffee, do you think?
The
of
mural.
your mural
What's
project.
the overall theme?
That you guys put together.
On the coffee shop, it's the life of coffee.
Okay, very cool.
Everything that ties in different energies around coffee, feelings. Everybody gets something different out of it. If you're not just going into the coffee shop to do business or do,
So is it alive? Is it bright? Because coffee
it's
makes
alive
you go
and
up.
Yeah,
it's more like the initial moment, I guess you'd say, of like a I've got it moment where a light bulb goes off through your head, because there's actually some light bulbs in there and bright motifs that help with brightening your creativity. It's to bring about change in the neighborhood through the arts. So there's a lot of it features black artists on the wall. It's brown people in the color of coffee.
Well, coffee, come on, it's brown. You ain't, come on, coffee.
Well, coffee comes from Ethiopia. So
the people actually go.
So is there any milk in that coffee?
I know there's different shades. Different shades of brown. Honestly, though, it was sort of it was an homage to everybody. Every past, present, and future.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so all right. So y'all painting on this. It's all brothers, right? Is it all brothers?
No,
or got a sister in there?
It's a Latin brother as well. He's
okay,
our brother
all
as
right,
well.
all right. So we got people.
Shout outs to Goop.
Okay, Goop. All right, Goop is a
What's
Latino.
up, Goop?
All right, so it's all people of
Master,
color.
I'm sorry.
It's all people of color doing this piece.
So
Very
how,
cool.
how many artists all together?
There are five.
Five.
All right,
okay.
very cool.
Myself, Saul McCoy.
So do y'all do it all at once, or do y'all like, okay, it's your turn, and then it's like it's your turn?
Well, see,
or do y'all throw lots?
See, that was the thing about. Let me turn this. That was the thing about painting with everyone, and
His personality just came out. Go ahead.
yeah.
kind of as a first
He wanted
time
the cushion
because
chair, but now he wants
this
the
is
mic.
what we were doing through the whole thing. Like it started as, hey, you guys want to paint, and then it became like, dang, I gotta like check my ego, I gotta like do this, and then you're thinking about color theory, you're thinking about your overall design, you're thinking about the impact on the community and all of this. So honestly, it was like what was the original question? Because I don't want to forget. I could go.
You was good. You was good. Keep going.
Well, I mean, the process. So through the process of figuring out
timing,
who you are and figuring out like all of these things, you're like, I could just put this character up that I have, because we're all artists. So you have.
So did y'all have a meeting? Like, yes, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm
Or
getting
did you guys work on it together?
We had separate meetings, but honestly, it was just very grassroots approach. We had separate meetings. The design changed about 6 or 7 times, and then everyone just said, you know what? Let's just paint, and it became all of these things.
Organic.
And it was just like,
more
let's just
organic.
paint. Yeah.
Okay.
So are you painting at the same time, or did I?
We
do
were.
something at a
Some of
certain
us were
hour?
up on the ladder. We had to buff the whole building first, and then we had to paint. What we did was we buffed like half the building, and people started painting, so it wouldn't take so long. So there were some people up on the ladder buffing certain parts. There's some people using cans, some people using brush. So we got in each other's way and got out of each other's way.
He said that they were buffing the building. So Tell my audience what you mean by buffing the
When
build.
you buff, you use whatever you use. A buffing is a primer layer to
Or the commercial word is gessoing.
gessoing, but it's not always you use gesso. Buffer is any primer. So sometimes
be-
canvas and things you use gesso, but like on a wall or whatever, you
Flat
use
white paint.
exterior paint, or some just one color. It could be a red, it could be a brown, whatever. Something that's going to cover it and
It'll be the
shield your
base.
artwork.
It'll be base.
And smooth the surface and even the surface as you paint it. So once you buff it, you kind of know the wall. You're like, oh, there's a divot here. There's this here. This is scratchy here. You know the feel when then you can go in. It evens it up, and then you start your work.
All right, so let's
That's a graffiti term more so.
Okay, which part is you? Are you on the top or are you on the bottom? Or
My piece is on the front.
Lars, that don't sound right.
The front. What? I know. Yeah, I know. My piece.
I just
we don't got no Divos around here. Okay.
Well, I guess you'd say it kind of it can go from left to right or right to left, but off the direction of traffic where you'd see it, maybe going west on
So
Broadway.
lower left, lower right, or
Well, going west on Broadway towards. Yeah, it's going west.
well, we're looking at the building. Looking at the building straight.
Oh, straight on?
Yeah.
I have a character in the middle.
Okay.
Over the top, there's clouds featured by Brandon Alexander.
Okay.
Goop has a piece on the bottom section of a cup and some coffee spilling. Bammer has two characters on the front, two of his style characters, and drinking tea. And then there's a wraparound. There's a backside of it as well.
So is this a paid gig, you guys?
Yeah, we got paid
Oh,
for
very
this.
cool.
Yeah,
He said right on.
So I seen it today. Today was the first time that I seen it. I just happened to be.
I caught a glance.
What'd you think?
And I was like, "Whoa, this because it stands out. It stands out." So how long did it take you guys to do the painting?
It took us to really finish it completely. It took about 3 weeks. It was kind of.
it's done. It's finished.
really unplanned.
completed, or-
I wouldn't say
it
this.
seemed like
It needs
it's still a
touch ups,
little
but
bit
it's enough to where you can.
A piece is never finished. You just stop on an interest place.
That's the hard part.
You have to know when to cut it off.
I'm done. That's what
His part-
his
see you later.
podcast really look.
His part is done.
I'm finished. Let's get off this. I'm done.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. So we'd like to thank.
So wait. Are there any new projects coming up in the works?
I know.
Anything after that?
You guys,
Yeah, everyone's working on new projects. As far as the there's a group show coming up, isn't there?
Yeah, at XL.
Yeah, there you go.
Take that mic back, bro. Take it back.
No, there is an art show coming up at XL Art Show. I got to get the exact date from Bammer, but he's over that. And the next project we have coming up, there is a house on the left side of Broadway Coffee and another house towards the corner. It's a Victorian. And I got those two projects from the owner, so we're going to be doing...
You're going to graffiti the house? I mean, you're going to do street art on the house?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I was corrected. I'm corrected. We're not doing graffiti. We're doing street art.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know.
Art in general,
It's art. But it's not graffiti because they said that the graffiti was illegal.
Well, you got to use the right nomenclature, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You
Okay, so
We're going to put color on your house. That's colors and lines. We're going to put colors and lines.
Good answer.
in a specific order.
Good answer. We're going to add some texture.
Okay, all right, very cool.
And besides that, there's a show coming up. It's called the Color Rodeo. It's a artist challenge, so to say. So it'll be a time show, and different artists will be featured. It's going to be on the first Friday of every month. Coming up, so I'll be having more information about that too.
Okay. Now, how can? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Did
go
you have
ahead.
more?
No,
okay.
no.
How can people get in contact with you guys in case they may want
Some work
color
done.
on their house,
Color on their house or on their wall.
on their wall,
or their shoes.
Or if they want to buy a piece from you.
or a piece from you? Because you guys have individual pieces. You guys
Yeah, we
also
have
do
individual
canvas
pieces.
also, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For now, I guess since we're being interviewed as a collective, I guess everyone can look for Bammer. It's pretty easy. Bammer the artist, or I think I sent you an email earlier with all the information because I don't know it offhand. We're a collective. Bammer's connected in the city as far as mural projects and large buildings. You can go through Bammer's information.
website, yeah.
Well, we're all individuals. We'll plug it. It'll be on the website. And because honestly, I mean, it is about that. Honestly, what it is about the work. I don't want to be too Divo-ish. I don't want to be too. No. Honestly,
We just invented a new word.
Is this word going to be everything?
No, because the idea is really to give back through the arts. Like the art is just one way to express intellect. So we're like learning to be geniuses, you know, and really we're already artists. We already were. We always have been. So we're taking these tools and learning how to use these to really be able to communicate, because it's not like we just became artists. Like sometimes you'll sit in school and be like, all right, this is design 101. You're not designers yet. It's like, nah, dude, we came here as this. I'm just taking these tools and learning how to flip them to be able to tell you what's in my head. So we want to give back to the youth, and with the education arts programs not being funded and those lacking and missing, the point was to do this building and then spread like coffee would spill and stain the grounds and get into people and hype people up and make the children walking by see like, hey, we can do this too. And to have a whole army of artists, because if you have that, you can make whatever you want. Businesses will thrive. People, you know, it translates into any skill set. And, you know, even skill sets where you don't necessarily use visual art or whatnot, it helps you find yourself if you learn how to paint and get through your feelings and emotions and learn more about your body and body control. And it helps with, you know, concentration and discipline. So I think it should be more common for everyone to paint and draw.
It has been proven that art does help with every area of life. So it's nice to know your philosophy behind, you know, what you guys were doing. I know your particular. So what was your philosophy behind what you guys was doing? Because I know he wanted to reach the greater Oak Park area and the kids in the area. So was that your vision as well?
That was the original idea from jump. From the minute I got it, she said, my friend, she said, can you come up with something so we can help the kids paint? And I was like, just tell me how many I got, or if I got to bring more kids, whatever I got to do.
So did the kids help you paint?
Yeah, the kids help paint.
Really?
Initially.
And
are you teaching them to paint?
Is there a program that the kids come from, or are there certain schools?
Target Excellence is the main program she works for, and her portion of the program is through Kennedy High School and through Sac High, but the kids at Kennedy were the ones out that day.
Okay.
But yeah, I had the girls, I was giving them different tasks on mixing colors.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't clear at first that you guys had actual kids with you guys helping you guys.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, man.
Well, that's good, because like you guys were saying earlier, you know, art can be very therapeutic, you know, and helping in you know, soothing the soul, you know, in a way to express yourself.
Savage beast.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how it started, was through the kids. And then I met Saul, after that met Bammer. Then after Bammer, I met Brandon Alexander, and I said, hey, look, we got a canvas right here, so whatever we could do between the four of us right here. And then Goop came in just a little bit after that, and we all went out there and just made it happen. So then on top of that, it's going to continue on.
There's strength in numbers.
Yeah,
so,
most definitely that.
I guess this is my last question: is how long did it take you guys to complete the project? How long did it take you guys to get to relative completion?
Yeah, I'm going to say about 2.5, 3 weeks.
Okay.
To relative completion.
Are you all painting every day?
It's still going on right now. Yeah, we have like blocks of times that we'll be out there painting. The weather was definitely a tricky issue. The heat. And
You said, were we or are we painting?
Are you when you work on the mural? Are you painting every day?
Okay.
Oh, is it an everyday thing, or are you painting like 2 days a week? Or
It often.
Yeah,
it wasn't every day.
Probably about 3.5 days a week.
Yeah, and depending on how hot it was.
Yeah, depending on how hot it was.
Start like in the morning, or get some eating.
Ain't nothing like seeing an artist faint.
And then you might be out there all day. We had lights and you might be out there all day and the weather changed. A couple of us had headlights, and then we had work lights as well. So it took a bit. The real reason, honestly, it took a while. The main design for the project changed. We changed the design about 3 or 4 times, and then we settled on one. And then 2 artists came in, and then we changed the design again. Then when it was time to get on the wall, it's like it almost didn't work. So we painted 2 walls. We had designed for 2 walls, and then we all started on just the first wall and spent most of the time on the first wall, and then got to the second wall. So the design overall changed completely. That's why it took so long. So as we move forward, we want to definitely get a little bit more organized and utilize each person's skill set. I feel like we didn't do that. We all were just like, I'm my artist, I'm this artist. And it was nice to do that, to showcase each other's style. But doing productions is what that is. Overall, moving forward, we have to utilize each person's individual skill.
Who's the best at whatever is down?
Well, if
because we want more money.
If
And we want
everybody
bigger
out
projects.
there, right, exactly. If everybody out there get a chance, make sure that you guys go by and check out this piece because it's amazing. Once again, where is it at? It's on Broadway and
3200 Broadway.
3200 Broadway.
3200 Broadway.
Yeah, at the coffee
At Broadway Coffee.
At Broadway
Bammer's
Coffee.
work
yeah.
is featured in there too. He's
Yeah.
got work up on the walls.
Okay.
Work.
Oh, inside of the building.
Yeah.
Okay. very
Okay,
cool.
so yeah, stop by and have a cup of coffee. And,
Yeah.
The other artists that aren't here, they're all busy doing things. Goop's in LA and at art show. Bammer's doing a couple commissions right now. Brandon Alexander's out of town, but they all have pieces up in the city. I'm actually really new to this, and I think Isaiah's new to this, to the more so the art world, the public art. Brandon Alexander just put some pieces up at a new clothing store in the area. I can't think of the name of it right now. It slips me.
Denim spot?
No,
Is it downtown in the denim
it's in
spot?
Arden. It's in Arden.
He did a bunch of clouds on it's like a streetwear store, but they sell some dope stuff
Yeah, I
at
think
the
it's
joint.
like the upper room or like.
Did you say the upper room? In the upper room?
I think that's what it's called.
So we'll have their tags and their information on the page. And honestly, just step out and sometimes look for us. I know we're in the studio a lot, but between Underground Books and sometimes the events that are going on in the city that are related to Black folks or people of color or Nubians, whatever you like to call us, just ask questions. You'll be able to find us. We're not Divos or egotists. we do like to,
No Divos in the house, not today.
we want to be
Boy, oh
paid
boy, y'all
for
gonna
our
call
work
everybody
and,
that.
and respected and whatnot, and that's why we do this. So we are professionals in our individual areas,
Right on.
and that's what we're presenting right now. The strongest artists are out in front right now, and those are, I feel, the ones I spoke of. Bammer, Brandon Alexander, and Goop are the strongest out of us.
Well, no,
We're
you
following
have to
up.
say yourself too.
Oh, well, thank you.
Don't be scary. You say it. You won't say it, but I'll say it for
Oh,
you.
he ain't scared. He
ain't scared. He
picked
just
the
being
cushy
nice.
chair and he swung the mic to himself.
Okay. We have a question from the audience.
It's a comment, but I just want to say that I did happen to see you guys out there. I think there was somebody on the ladder, and I had children in the car with me. And as we turned the corner, everybody got really excited, like, what's that? What's going on? So when you're talking about the effect of what it has of the children, especially the children of color, to see something, people doing something that appeared to be real positive and exciting, even just for the moment as we turned that corner and glimpsed at it, the effect of what it had for the children that must have been in other people's cars, because that was just my car, what we experienced. And I went and I was like, they're doing something over there. They're painting something. It was very exciting, and I'm sure that there were other children and other families that kind of got that quick glimpse as they turned the corner.
Definitely
and
was.
wondering what's going on.
Thank you, Miss Simone.
All right. Thank you.
Definitely
Very
appreciate
good,
it.
very good.
What's the name of your book? The book was exciting. I was excited to read
Paint
it.
a Rock Day.
Paint a rock.
Paint a Rock
Paint a
Day
Rock Day.
with featuring was Daphne Burgess.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just met Miss Simone, and but I met Framed by Frankie before, and it's actually a pleasure. I didn't know everyone was going to be here. That's here, so it's amazing to be around this energy because all of these people are people I can definitely utilize to help myself and not have to go outside the community or go anywhere else or have to think like, oh, who do I go to? Or where's my this or that? Like, yeah. So I'm excited.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Saul is opening it up to the possibilities.
And all things are possible.
Yes, all things are possible in Sacramento. All right. So, yes, we are going to thank once again. We're going to thank Saul McCoy and Isaiah Williams,
Yes,
our
yes.
two local artists here in Sacramento. Putting it down at Broadway Coffee, and they
And
are
other places.
Yeah, and other places. They have a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're walking around and you see art on the walls, you'd be like, "Oh, maybe I know this person." So do you guys? Did y'all tag y'all little? Did y'all sign y'all portion of the piece? Okay, very cool.
We're gonna tag it in there.
All right, very cool. So we're gonna look forward to that, and hopefully, maybe we can snap a picture of that later on, maybe. Or something like that.
We'll put it up on the
Put it up on the
site.
on the site. Yeah.
Yeah, one more thing. Look out for the Old Park Color Rodeo and Artist Challenge coming real soon. More
The
information.
what? What rodeo?
The
Old
colored
Park
rodeo.
Color Rodeo. Yeah.
Colored. Rodeo.
Colored.
Oh, Actual rodeo.
No, it's
No.
a color
Tell 'em what
rodeo.
it is.
It's an
color,
artist
like
challenge.
coloring?
Yeah,
Okay,
like
all right,
painting and yeah, it's a themed event.
There will be
so-
no horses and ponies, Lawrence.
Okay, I thought it was like a black rodeo because I've been
There
to
won't
one.
be there won't be no hay up in here.
Now, this is one of Isaiah's projects that he's putting together to
color
link the
rodeo.
artists and put on. Yeah. We want to thank y'all. This is Black Talk Sacramento.
Black Talk
Yeah,
Sacramento.
we
Thank
appreciate y'all for having us on the show, Brother Inside. And
Yeah.
met you at the Black Book Fair. And yeah, it's been great energy. Thank
All
you.
right.
All right.
Yeah, very
Okay,
cool.
give it up. All right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Lawrence, no ponies, no ponies.
Yeah, art in the community.
Art
we
in the
have,
community.
we have so much stuff happening, right? We have Diva Day, Diva Market.
We have the Diva Market.
We have Diva Market, and we got Framed by
1001 Del Paso Boulevard.
Framed by Frankie.
Framed
and then we
by
have
Frankie.
Then we have the muralist people. They come out and the brothers, they the people of color and the whole 9 yards. And
But it's always great to
it's a
see
beautiful mural.
folks do what they do.
yeah, it's
know,
Well, you know, Sacramento's very artistic.
yeah.
There's a lot of
Public
hidden-
art.
and public art.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
know, once
You could actually take a tour. If you go downtown and just ride through the city, you can find the city's like a museum. There's art everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, just take your camera and go walking, and you'll see stuff everywhere.
So we're going to run through some news real quick. We're
Let's
going
run.
to skip over the Observer news because our Observer person is not here today.
Tony Harvey is not
quote
here
unquote,
today, quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
Antonio Tony
Harvey.
He's not here today, so we're going to skip.
him.
Yeah. Where you at, brother?
Observer.
He might be over at the Warriors basketball game.
Yeah, you know.
that's why he
He gets a lot of special tickets to great events.
He got a day job.
He got a day job. He's somewhere special.
right.
What's up, Tonio?
Okay, so we're gonna do some quick some other news.
Okay, well, before we go there, there's a couple of people that said, "Hey guys, Eric Neiman is watching, so we want to give a shout out to Eric.
What's up, Eric?
Also, Nicole Major. She says, I think he was at poetry reading I went to last Thursday.
So that might be you.
Oh, that's right.
That would be you.
Yeah.
It's
Right. I'm the
You're the
poet.
poet.
Well, hey, since it's your birthday, give us a poem.
Huh?
It's your birthday.
It's
Say
your
something.
birthday. Come on, give us a poem. Man.
You want a poem?
Yes.
short poem.
A short poem.
A short
Come on.
poem?
A haiku. I don't
A
give
haiku?
damn.
A typhoon. Come on, give us something. A few words.
Come on, man.
From inside.
we
It's your party,
We've
bro.
done 21 shows, and you have not yet
Said a word
in poetry.
In poetry?
Did he say in poetry?
In poetry.
Okay,
Okay, nothing Divo.
Divo, just something straight poetry. Give us some straight poetry. Come on, Lord. Can I call you that other name?
Wait, watch him how he transforms.
Okay, he's gonna
No, I
transform.
don't have any poetry on
Come
me.
on. No, you ain't got to.
I don't have any poetry
Well,
on
say
me.
something. Just say hello to us. It's so poetic.
What?
Come on, give us something. It's your birthday.
Don't people supposed to do something for me?
No,
Instead
you
of
do
me?
something for us.
On my birthday, they supposed to be doing something for me instead of putting pressure
Your
on me
gift,
to do something for other people.
your gift is for the giving. So give us something.
Be like, happy birthday, do something for me.
That's right.
He's
Something quick.
Happy birthday, cook me something.
It's my birthday. Bake that cake.
Come on, real quick, man.
Come on, give us one. Seriously.
I don't got a poem on me.
Come on, man.
I don't have a poem.
That line just memorized.
Nothing. You got a line.
You got a line.
Go ahead. I see it
I
right
can't
there.
think of anything.
It's
right
right
now.
on your forehead.
It's too much on the point. It's too much on the point. I'm too pressured right now, man.
See, he's
I feel
pressured.
pressured. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing when I'm pressured like this.
Okay.
Okay, we'll catch you next week.
We'll catch you. So write one for next time.
Write one for next month.
Yvette Bobbitt says happy birthday.
Happy
that would
birthday
be
to you.
So I
Well,
would-
thank you. What's her name?
Yvette Bobbitt.
Oh, hello, Bobbit. Thank you very
and I'm
much.
sure she wants to see a poem.
That's right.
Well, call me later.
And that number is
Call me later. Wear some sexy shoes. So,
call me. If you
yeah,
need
tell me what you got on.
someone
What
to
you got
talk
on? So I might read you a poem then.
See those toes.
He ain't right.
Okay, Snapchat me a toe.
See,
With a nice fancy design.
that ain't even right.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Okay, Snapchat me a toe,
Send
girl.
me some toes, girl. All right. Well, what news we gonna talk about real quick?
We're going to talk about the black high school senior that was kicked out of his graduation because he was wearing a traditional African scarf
Around his
in
neck.
Sacramento.
And what school was he
That
at?
was at Elk Grove, right?
Yeah, his
Elk
name
Grove,
was,
Oak,
I can't say his name,
Don't say
Nyreen
his name.
Holmes.
Consumnes
Oaks High School in Elk Grove, right. So
His name is Nyree.
Yeah, it's Nyree. and he was kicked out. So he was about to go on stage, and they called the security on him because they told him you can't go up there.
Wear that around his neck.
I believe he did walk across the stage.
Well, they walked him. He walked. I think they escorted him across the stage.
Well, it's even better now though, because he's got all his attention. You know, you got your diploma and you got attention.
Well, he didn't get his diploma. His father had to go afterward to get his diploma when he was outside.
Okay,
but
he got it, and he's big time now.
The problem is they say inside of the readings or in when they get ready to graduate, they have these rules, and in the rules it says you can't wear any
traditional
cloths.
Okay.
So if
is that one of the rules?
Yeah, that's one.
That was the rules that was in the booklet.
Hey.
So did you see? Because I didn't see this when I was reading.
Several meetings.
Yeah, my wife.
They said you can't have that.
The children have.
But
graduated
they be designing their hats and everything.
The children have graduated from high school out in Elk Grove.
That's
and
right.
These are the rules.
This is the rules.
So if the rules say you can't do it before you do it, you can't do it.
You can't. Period. So you showed up.
I got a question then.
What's the question?
What do you think about those rules then?
Well, then that's something that
that's something that
I'm
be
saying
addressed.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I think if people are very serious about
their tradition
representing their
and
culture,
the tradition, then
they work to change it for next year.
Make sure you go to what is it? The
parent night,
parent
night, the Board of Education, family, all those things,
and go to the.
And then also too, they have the Black Parallel School Board now, so you can go and try that out.
Those are some of the places that you have to go to get those rules changed.
That's right.
Then we won't have to worry.
Then you have to worry about that. Okay. But if the rule was already said that you can't wear it, and you show up with it, then you shouldn't expect.
Well,
anything
there's
but
some
that.
rules. There's some rules that were meant to be broken. I think.
Okay, well, like
yeah,
I said,
yeah, well,
because it's like in the South, they still women in the South they still had proms that was segregated.
Yeah, sure. That's true.
So
but then they did something to change it.
Not all rules and regulations are the same.
Go to the PTA meeting. Go to the PTA meeting. Go to the PTA meeting. Go be there at the
I think it's
Board
a
of
form
Education.
Protest. I think it's a form of protest.
Okay, well that's great.
So you can say this is a form of protest.
Well,
like I'm wearing this.
Well, that's why we're talking about it now.
Yeah.
So we're saying let's make that change, but
you got to show up at the meetings and do it right.
This represents speech. Right. This is free speech. So this
how they say it. You better learn the rules before you break them.
That's right.
Well, I think that some rules are meant to be broken. All right. So
of course, there's meant to be broken, but at the same time, if you haven't broken them yet, you have to follow what's already laid.
What?
Oh, you heard that.
What did that mean?
You know what that means? The rule was already set, so we hadn't broken it yet. So we have to go by what's already there.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm in the camp of there are some rules that if they don't make sense, protest.
Okay, he has protests. So where do you take it from here? So
do next year? Are they allowed to do it next year?
That's what I'm saying. He's giving back. If he's graduated, then he's giving back to the future generations that graduate.
Now,
it's like,
now
okay, because I did this action, this is now on the board, and we can talk about this.
Exactly.
And we can have stoles or these scarves that represents our cultural heritage, which is important. So because there have been studies that says that when you represent a cultural heritage, the children's grades go up. So cultural heritage is very important in all realms of education, of everything. So I think that he was in his rights to do this. And I think as a form of protest, even if he didn't know those rules, you could look at it in hindsight, be like, look, this is a form of protest. Yeah, it's a form.
He knew it was going down before he got there.
Well, that's good. I think that it's a good form of protest, and I think it's righteous.
I'm gonna slip one thing in here. I don't know if we should put it in now or should we wait until the end.
Oh, go ahead. Do it now.
Muhammad Ali. We lost Muhammad Ali. We lost the greatest.
The greatest.
Yeah.
But I believe that he put a lot forth for everybody to have something to celebrate.
To hold on to. Muhammad Ali once said that if it's the truth, it's not considered bragging. So I say that to say, when you got something going for yourself, if you're talking about it, say the truth, tell the truth. Muhammad Ali was a person that talked from his heart. I love the way Muhammad Ali used to tell you he was going to beat you up and then beat you up when he told you he was going to beat you up.
Yeah, he could back it up. He could back it up.
But even some of the things that he did outside of the ring.
He could talk crap and back it up. Yeah. He'd be like, I'm going to beat your butt. Like, no, you ain't. Like, he beat your butt. Like, okay, well.
You're going to hit the flow and foe. I was watching one of the clips, and he was talking to a reporter, and the reporter was like, well, how do you feel about, you make these predictions and these predictions are 90% true. He said, well, a guy came to me and said, hey, man, I bet it on you, and I expect him to go out in 5. He said, you believe that? So he said, when he started making those predictions, he had to make sure that he came through with it.
Yeah, he could back it up. Yeah, he could back
Muhammad
it up.
Ali was another like James Brown moment. When James Brown stepped up and said, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud, Muhammad Ali came and stepped on that same performance stage and said, I'm not going to go to the military and kill people that don't look like me, people I didn't do anything to. So when you got somebody that stands so strong on their purpose, that stuff tends to spread out and be effective to everybody. So, just like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, these people have come, and they've come for one reason, and that's to show you the way. The question is, are you looking? Are you paying attention to the path that they showed you? Are you taking that path?
Yes.
Okay, because Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, these people won't come back this way no more, but they left maps for you to follow.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
And see, we still waiting for Malcolm and Martin to walk back down Broadway, and it's not going to happen. So that's why you have to follow the teachings, the things
Well,
that they laid
I think
before you.
and also too, we don't look at that. The world they lived in was a lot different than the world we live in, right? And I think that we have to build environments where those people can rise up again, where people like that can rise up again.
Well, it's a different situation.
And I think that if, by teachings or if you look at all their backgrounds, you see that they all had revolutionary backgrounds. If you look at their childhood, you can see that all their people, like I think Malcolm X's father was a Pan-Africanist, and you had all these different threads that you could pull at. But now everybody has sold out to the point where you can't make new revolutionaries because everybody's,
but the key
worried
is
about getting a job,
Everybody's struggling. Everybody's got to find a way to do right or do straight, to be strong in the struggle. Everybody's struggling. So how do you come up out of that? You pull yourself up. Everybody's got to find a way to find their freedom. Okay. There's some freedom on the corner of 35th and Broadway. Pick it up when you go down the street.
Really?
Yeah.
I
It's
think
in a
I saw
gray-
her
it's
last
in a
name.
gray box.
What's her last name? Freedom what?
Freedom Jones.
Freedom Waterfall. Okay, so so the inventor of the eye surgery, she I put that in there. So these are links that I'm gonna put on the website.
Okay, so what is? Let's talk a little bit about it. Who is the?
Dr. Patricia Irabath. I
Is
think
this a black woman?
She's a black woman.
And she invented what?
Eye surgery.
Eye surgery, laser eye surgery. Laser eye surgery.
That's modern history, y'all.
Corrective.
Yeah, that's very cool.
modern
She's still
history.
alive too.
She's still here.
And there's another video documentary called The Return. I'll put these links on the website because we're going to have to wrap it up.
And the return is.
It's a documentary about them proposition that they just passed, Proposition 36, where they shortened the terms of retroactively of all these people that went to prison because they have they used the guidelines for sentencing a lot of these prisoners, and so they 3 strikes and you outlaws.
Yeah.
So retroactively they shortened these terms.
Okay.
And people being let out, and it's a great documentary about the freedom that these prisoners are getting by getting out of prison.
Where could they find it at?
Was suffering. It's on POV. I'm gonna put it on the website.
It'll be on Black Talk Sacramento.
On blacktalksacramento.com. So all these links going to be on there. And then tech news. So it's about a neighborhood playground that they in Seoul that they can reshape and stuff of nature. I think that's very cool. Okay. And then Microsoft just bought LinkedIn for $26 billion. So, if you think about that, it's going to be, Microsoft Word is going to be linked to LinkedIn now. And so it's kind of weird. A fitness tracker that you could put on your pets. So that's very cool.
Wow.
So you can actually put, because some of us got fat pets. So you might want to exercise them and put like a little tracker on them. Like, okay, we're going to walk and we're going, you can do the whole thing.
No more sausages for you.
Yes. So that's the end of our show. I'm going to put all those links online so that you can find those links.
Hey, wait. Father's Day is coming. On Father's Day, they're going to be having the Colored Museum at the Crocker Art Museum. And that's a play that's celebrating playwrights that have been forgotten a certain way, black playwrights. Oh. It's a free event, starts 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 19th. And on the 17th, we're having a reception for the Colored Museum at the Goss Art Gallery Studio.
All right.
And it starts at 6 o'clock, so be there.
What day is
on Father's Day? Father's Day is at the Crocker. And then on Friday, the reception is at the Gossard Studio at 6 o'clock.
Friday prior.
Friday coming, yes.
Okay, Friday
this week.
prior to the
Friday
19th.
prior to Sunday.
Okay.
Yes.
And then also you have a photo exhibition
That's coming in July.
coming up called
Del Paso in black and white.
right. So if someone is out there that's a photographer and they want to get their photographs to you and be in the exhibition,
1825 Del Paso Boulevard, Gossard Gallery Studio. Uptown in the Design District. Area code 916-245-0711.
0711. So before your Father's Day, go to Diva Day on
Day.
That Saturday prior to that Sunday. So you want to get all dialed up, all you
That's right.
sisters that have
For Big Papa.
for Big Papa.
And make sure you come down to Underground Books here at 2814 35th Street.
Buy a book.
Buy a book.
Buy a Father's Day card.
So you can have a smarter father.
Yeah.
Smart. Yeah, for the smarter fathers. I like
That's
that.
what I'm saying. For the smarter father,
The
you
number
buy
is
him a book.
916-737-333. And
Another 3.
and ladies and gentlemen, we are out.
My name
Peace.
is Inside Eye.
And I'm Mayor Show J. Brown.
And I'm Jerry Goss Simpson.
And this is Black Talk Sacramento, number
Black
21.
Talk Sacramento.
21.
21.
Knock them out.
Out.
Peace.
I'm grown now. How amazing is that?